All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. For today's quick video, I'm going to be installing these LED taillights from AUTOONE, as well as these LED reverse lights on the 2013 Corolla. So first and foremost, big shout out to AUTOONE for sponsoring this video. I really appreciate you guys hooking me up with these bulbs in exchange for a quick install video. So you might be wondering why I'm doing an entire video on some LED taillights, and the reason is because these are supposed to have that flashing feature right when you brake. I know this car doesn't have that from the factory, and so I think this should be the next best thing. So what it's supposed to do is when you brake, it's gonna give you a couple flashes to warn the drivers behind you. Hopefully they're paying attention, but if they're not, there's a better chance of you getting their attention. So if you're looking for taillights that flash, assuming it's legal in your state, and if you don't want to splice any wires or anything like that, or install anything to the car, then these bulbs are the next best thing. And I already have LED reverse lights, but they went ahead and sent me this, so I'd like to just do a comparison of the driver's side when I get it installed compared to the passenger side. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so to avoid any confusion, I'm going to show you guys where I'm putting you. Right there. So we're looking at the trunk from the inside of the driver's side. All right, so like I said, this should be pretty simple on this car specifically. It should be the same for the 2009s and 2013 Corollas. Take these two clips out. I put some of these screw type clips on here since the old ones broke. And yes, I'll get to the details of the bulb. I realized I didn't do that in the beginning of the video, so once I get these off, I'll show you the part numbers and everything like that. All right, so like I said, we're gonna start with the tail lights right there, if you guys can see that. For the socket type, it's the W21W. I don't think we use that here, but it is the 7443/7440, and what we have here is red. So there we go. And for the reverse lights, we have 912 right there. All right, so once you get the two clips off, go ahead, just gently pry this out. And then I think I'll have to move the camera real quick. All right, so your brake light should be this one right here. What you want to do is just turn that counterclockwise and it'll slide right off. I'm going to go ahead, use some gloves and remove that. So if it's not coming out, do your best to just push it in, wiggle it, and then pull. But yeah, you got to just be patient with it. Pretty stuck on there, but I feel it wiggling. This is why sometimes it's ideal to use some bulb grease, but we'll keep working on this. And geez, yeah, that took a lot of force, but again, push it in, pull it slightly, and wiggle it side to side. It should come off, but yes, it did take a lot of force for that. I might put some bulb grease before installing this LED bulb to avoid that from happening in the future. Yeah, let's move on. So side to side comparison, they're about the same size. This one's just a little taller and it has these little LED specks on top as well as the sides. And I'm probably gonna get a lot of crap for this one, but this is what I use. You know, a lot of people have their own opinions on dielectric grease. I'm using it more for an insulator so that if I ever want to remove these bulbs right here, I won't have to go through that again. So dielectric is non-conductive, and so again, it's just going to be used as grease, and I'm only going to apply just a little bit just to the sides, not to the contact points. And literally that's all I'm using. And the metal is free from this stuff. Again, this is just how I do it. use at your own risk or use what you believe in. So after that, let's go ahead and plug these in. They should go in any sort of way. Okay. And I'm gonna press the brake. I can't see it, but hopefully I could see a little bit of it. Let's see. Oh, I see something flashing. Okay. Guess it worked. So after that's done, go ahead, plug it back in and turn it clockwise to lock. Then after that, put everything back. Okay, that's good. Now let's go ahead and do the reverse lights. All right, so as far as the reverse lights, they're gonna be in here. This is on the underside of the trunk, and this could be a little tricky, so pay attention. What I'm gonna do is use my pry tool. I will link this in the description. I use these things for everything. They come as a set, and I've gotten my money's worth for sure. So use your fingers, just kind of pull it down just a little bit. You'll see a tab right here, and you wanna push that in with the pry tool, and then gently slide everything out. There we go. So careful not to break anything. That's what that looks like, just for reference. Counterclockwise again, lefty-loosey. All right. And I already have these LED bulbs. I forgot where I got these from, but AUTOONE sent me a different set. So like I said, I'd like to compare the two. And I'm hoping this doesn't get stuck or isn't seized. Nope, easy. So I won't use any grease on this. And just a little side-by-side comparison. And this one looks slightly bigger, and it looks like a lot more bulbs, but let's go ahead and try this out. Okay. And I'm gonna go see if that works before I put it back together. I like to just confirm that they work before I put it back, and once confirmed, just go ahead and slide everything back together. There we go. And now I'm gonna do a little side-by-side comparison and then start on the other side. All right, so with the help of my wife, obviously I can't press the brakes and do a side-by-side, but you're on my iPhone because my camera doesn't zoom out this far. All right, so left side LED, right side standard. All right, go ahead and hit the brakes. Ooh. All right, standard. And the LEDs, dang, these are bright. Yeah. I would really hope that gets someone's attention. Okay, let go. Brake again. Yeah, quick flash, look at that. Let go. And do the brake again. That's dope. Let go one more time, then brake. All right. So much brighter. So now we'll do the reverse lights. Okay, reverse. Oh, geez, yeah, they're. So my old ones were bright, or are bright as well. But this one is more of a just white, bright. They're super bright. Did you turn it off? Do it again? Yeah, they're much brighter. You guys can tell the colors That has a blue tint, and this is just straight up white, which is what you want when you're reversing for people to see you. So there you go. Okay, thank you. All right, so back at the main camera, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this side up, and then I'll close out the video. All right, so just completed swapping out the bulbs, and I think they flash when you turn your switch on. So yeah, there we go. Gives you that quick flash right before it illuminates. So pretty cool stuff. So let's say you're driving and then you quickly just tap the brakes. This is what that looks like. There we go. And then if you're hitting the brakes for a complete stop, that's what that looks like. So after, I can't even count how many blinks that is. Yeah, let's say a few. After a few blinks, it just stops just like that. So there we have it. All right, so there we have it for the AUTOONE LED flashing taillights. Again, it's really cool plug and play. You get the flashing feature without splicing into any wires, and if you don't like it, you can just simply take the bulbs out and put your old ones back in. So super convenient, and I am super happy with this. And again, you guys, I will link this in the description as well. I have used it a long time, and it came in clutch for a lot of those times as well. Never ever use metal on any types of sockets. Ask me how I know. I actually ended up frying, it was on my old car, one of the door bulbs. You know, I used a flathead screwdriver to just pry that out, and I heard a short, so it was never the same after that. And this is why you always want to use plastic if you're ever trying to pry something out. But again, you can just use your hands. Just be careful when doing so, when prying out those bulbs. So yeah, like I said, I'm super happy with these. One thing I do want to mention again is I'm not sure what the laws are in your state. As far as Oregon, honestly, I don't care. I want to be annoying. I want to make sure that the person behind me is paying attention. And if something like this can prevent someone from rear-ending me, then I will take my chances. There are a lot of distracted drivers out on the road, and I think this is something that a lot of us can benefit from. So that's gonna be it for this video. I will link this in the description down below so you guys can check it out for yourselves. I might have a promo code on that, but I'm not too sure yet. If I do have one, I will link it in the description as well. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.